Just like their human owners, cats and dogs are facing an obesity crisis.
And many pet parents don't even realize their animals may be just a little bit too fluffy. Here in the U.S., a whopping 59% of cats and 56% of dogs were classified as overweight or obese in the 2018 Pet Obesity Survey. Some breeds have a genetic predisposition to gain weight, and many are getting too many treats and table scraps, but not enough exercise. Now, pudgy pets may be cute, but...
Yeah, there are even pages on social media where owners proudly boast body-positive glamour shots.
Yeah.
But the truth is, healthy weight is really important for longevity and for the quality of life for our furry friends. Well, Dr. Courtney Campbell is here with Pinto to talk about maintaining healthy weight for your pets and how to tell if your pet needs to lose a couple lbs. Look at Pinto. Pinto's teeny.
Let's bring Pinto up. We brought a special guest here with us, and Pinto
is definitely not overweight.
He's amazing. He is not overweight. He's what I would call ideal. Now, like you said, listen, being overweight is a major issue in pets because we know it reduces their quality of life and they don't feel
just like
good.
Humans.
Just like humans, and their quality of life is really bad. So at the end of the day, I think it's all about keeping an ideal body weight, and that's the key.
So how do you know what an ideal body weight is for your animal? Because sometimes you think a little chubby is kind of cute.
You know, listen, one thing I love about pets is the diversity. Some are big, some are small, some are wide, some are skinny. And so I look at something called body condition score. And that looks at your pet holistically rather than just using weight alone. Take, for instance, Pinto. Pinto is a great example of body condition score. It goes from 1 to 9. 9 is obese, 1 is too skinny. So 4 is ideal. Pinto here, if you can just put light pressure with your fingers and count the ribs, if you can count ribs, you know that's ideal. If you're pushing too hard, I'll put it this way, if you push too hard and your pet looks at you like, hey, what are you doing? You're pushing too hard. Also,
if you were doing that to someone, a human, I think we would say.
Absolutely. Get an aerial view. See if they have a nice waistline.
Yeah.
If they do, excellent. And then, Pinto, stand up for me, buddy. Excellent.
So you kind of want to go in toward the back of the dog. You want it to kind of go in a little bit, right?
If you can. And ideally, if you can look from the side and see a little bit of an abdominal tuck, that's ideal. If you've got a cat who's literally swiffering the floor as they walk by, that's a problem. That's too big.
But it's kind of cute.
Yeah, a little bit, and that's kind of the issue with being overweight and pet obesity is a lot of people think it's cute, and unfortunately it's not.
But let's face it, I mean, pet owners, just like humans, they kind of know when their pets are overweight. They know.
Not necessarily. We found close to 60–70% of pet parents, when you ask them, do you think your pet is overweight, they would say no, and their pet actually was. That's the key, and that's why I'm so happy to talk with you about this, because a lot of people just don't know.
So what do you do?
Well, what you do, number one, is visit with your vet, because there are a lot of health problems like hypothyroidism, Cushing's disease, where your pet is overweight due to a medical problem. And if you try to get them to lose weight, it could be dangerous. Also, make sure that you find and ask your vet for a pet weight loss food. If you simply reduce the maintenance food, you're not only reducing calories, you're reducing nutrients.
Can I ask you a question though, about the food? There's so many places where you get fresh food. It's expensive.
It is.
What about store-bought food?
Yeah, listen, store-bought food is okay. There's a lot of good brands out there, and there's a lot of bad brands out there. So just make sure that you're following those guidelines. And most important, we can't forget about exercise. Consult with your vet. There's some dogs out there who may have a heart condition or something like that, which prevents them from having exercise. So you got to really work with your doctor and a team of medical professionals for your pets to make sure they're getting it the right way.
Well, I think those are very important tips, Dr. Campbell. Thank you so much for coming in.
It's awesome being here.
It's a big problem.
It is a major problem, and I know people, the most important thing they can think about is what to feed their pets, and starting in the morning is the best way to do it.
So,
Dr. Campbell,
thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
Really thank you so much. Thank you.
Pinto's too cute.
Yes, Pinto.
And we'll be right back.
Hi, Pinto. You're a good model.
How precious is Pinto? Look at that.
Pinto.